Hey YouTube, it's GV Lone Guy here. I want to watch something together with you here. This is Frances Fox Piven. She's doing a lecture October 11th, 2011, just a few days ago, 3 days ago. It's called the American Democracy Lecture. Okay? Let me just remind you before we even start that we don't live in a democracy. We live in a republic. So if you want to find out what a democracy is, watch my video that talks about democracy, oligarchy. Anyway, it's out there. Democracy means mob rule. All right, folks? Mob rule. So anyway, let's watch this.
Very big problem in untangling the workings of our complicated political economy in order to make judgments about it. That makes us susceptible to propaganda, to organized, moneyed efforts to tell us what causes what and who is to blame for that.
Exactly. This is exact. She's talking about herself and the folks behind the scenes organizing the Occupy Us rallies. But she's not talking about herself openly. She's talking about herself by trying to put her characteristics off onto someone else. This is exactly what she's doing. All right, pay attention to this here.
That's a very dangerous situation, particularly when the propaganda is virtually organized like a machine, which has been true in the United States for the last 30, 40 years, with the rise of Fox News, for example, with the
Fox News. It's hard to hear her because, you know, she's an old communist that can't talk very good. But she said Fox News, all right? That's a big part of the propaganda machine, all right?
systematic intimidation of the mainstream media, calling them names, charring them with the pinko.
Oh yeah, pinko. See, she's talking about herself and how her crowd, her cronies, Obama's cronies, have had to put up with being called pinkos, all right? I'll take it a step further. I'll call you a commie pinko, bastard, all right? Let's give it the full name, all right? Let's get back to the video.
Name, for example, we're dependent on the media. How can you possibly figure out what's going on? You can't. You know, we have PhDs. We're always trying to understand.
Yeah, we have PhDs. See how elite we are? We have PhDs, all right? And we're trying to figure it out. Yeah, we're humble, but we got PhDs. Yeah.
So that makes you susceptible to propaganda.
Right.
Or think about the Tea Party that arose. You know, it was a movement that arose over the last couple of years. It's a movement of people who are anxious. They're anxious partly because of demographic changes. They don't like the idea of a black president. They're anxious that the country... Are you all Tea Parties? But they also find the world hard to understand.
As long as he's following the Constitution, we don't care what color.
Oh, I gotta stop there. I gotta back this up. Wait, somebody in the crowd shouted this. As long as he's following the Constitution, we don't care what color he is. Let's hear that again.
But they also find the world hard to understand.
As long as he's following the Constitution, we don't care what color.
Yeah, there you go. There's America. She doesn't know what to say.
All right, I'm still doing the talking. Come on. You're going to get a chance in a minute.
Alright guys, thanks for watching. I just wanted you to see one of the backers. This is an old communist. Look her up on YouTube. She's in with the Van Jones group, the Hillary Clinton group, the Barry Soetoro group. George Soros funds all these guys. He gives them all kinds of money. Daddy Warbucks. I'm going to start calling him Daddy Warbucks. Alright, anyway, I've gone on long enough. Thanks for listening, guys. I'll put some links down below.